All right, we are live outside in Toronto for the first time in 3 weeks. Zach McNally's here, Transportation Land's here, Marg H is here, Harjot's here, James Smith is here. I haven't live streamed outside in a couple of weeks either. I think it was 2 weeks and a day ago when I last live streamed from Amsterdam. And in case you're wondering what happened, well, I caught COVID. So I've just been taking it easy. So this is kind of like a sticking my feet or dipping my feet into the water kind of live stream. We're just going to see how this goes. I'm still a little bit fatigued. I'm not quite 100%. That's really the only symptom that's still lingering. I've done the isolation, been testing negative and all that fun stuff. So we're going to give it a go. I don't know how long this will be, but we're going to try. I'm at Grange Park. There's a look at the CN Tower. I just took my sunglasses off so I could see my phone a little bit better because I'll be reading the chat throughout the stream, but there I am. Just in case you were thinking it might not actually be me. And I got the rear wheel fixed on the Admotor E53. I had a flat tire. I've been sitting on the flat tire for quite a while. I didn't want to take it in to any repair shop until I was better. So that's what I did yesterday. So we finally got it fixed. The repair shop's just around the corner. Excellent place called Repair and Run. Hello, Marie Palmer. Lisa says, good choice. Blind Wheels is on a GO train. Thanks for the well wishes. So yeah, we're going to be taking it very easy, at least at first. I just did a little ride around the neighborhood. I have been riding my e-scooter. So I'm just gonna head out to Beverly Street and we'll see how the angle is set up and everything. Oh. Blind Wheels, member for 9 months. Just saying hi to everyone. You're on a GO train. I'm probably going to be paying less attention to the chat as I normally do. I just want to keep focused on the task at hand, and that is trying not to kill myself or anyone around me. The real thing that's been keeping me from streaming lately is just the fatigue. So let's hop on to Beverly where there's a bike lane and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to be keeping the speed at a pretty slow rate as well. So maybe I'll turn around and we'll make our way south. The Art Gallery of Ontario is just on the right. It's a weird feeling. Out on the e-bike again, live streaming. I noticed the other day Ken did a 3-hour live stream. I think that was yesterday. I think I've only ever done one live stream that was outside that went nearly that long. And Action Kid, who has a very similar bike to this, it's also an Admotor, he did a live stream on it earlier, so he is out doing these e-bike streams. So this is something I've been itching to do. All right, I'm going to go right on Baldwin here. Right through Baldwin Village. S. Leafs is here. How's the camera angle? Is it too high? And just right? Let me take a look. It seems okay. So this is Baldwin Village. So I've got a walking video on tap for tomorrow, and then that one I did last weekend, and then one I did yesterday for Saturday. I'm probably going to go out and make a few more tomorrow. We've got the Amsterdam out of the system. All right, so we're going to go right onto McCall here. That nice CN Tower view. Flashing stop sign, people who want to cross. So eventually I'm just going to be riding back up home towards the end of the stream. This is Dundas Street straight ahead. Hello, Alejandra. Sanjib says, can I make a 2-hour live stream? Probably not just yet. Like I said, I'm still just dipping my toes back into the water. Things are still a bit hazy up in the old noggin, but felt like a good time to get back out. Sebastian, there's an idea. We could do a group ride at some point. And the world's slowest e-biker right now. I think the camera might actually be pointing a little bit too far up. Maybe it needs to be down just a hair. Alexi, bought a Velik City Plus e-bike last week. Congrats on the purchase. You should pick us up from bus stops along my route and grow a parade of cyclists throughout the city. That's a pretty dumb idea. Let's see if I made the angle better or worse by doing that. Yeah, Sanjay, I don't really have to worry about that with these tires so much. They're thick enough, they're not going to get caught in the grooves, but on the single speed, that's definitely a concern. All right, so we've got Queen West up ahead. Costco right here. This looks like it was a dumb idea. I don't have any set route in mind. I'm just going to dilly-dally around a bit. Streetcar lights are flashing, which means stop, but that person on the e-scooter obviously didn't care. 500 Japanese yen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I've also got a new setup here on my data providers. I am not using Bell anymore. I've got Freedom in the backup spot. And Rogers as the primary carrier. We'll see how that goes. I'll turn left here onto Peter Street. Is it live or is it Memorex? Beats me. Sanjay says it's live. Live, but I don't have a chat counter. Freedom Mobile is owned by Bell. Where did you read that, Gaby? That is not correct. Freedom is owned by Shaw, and Rogers tried to merge with Shaw. But I don't think that's going to go through. Good job, jackass. Way to drive properly. Andy Wood says, title says August 17th. I thought I fixed that. I can edit that when I get home. Or if we take a break on the stream. I thought I set it to August 18th. All right, right turning vehicle. Thank you, Sanjay. Come on, at least turn into the lane on the right. You can clearly fit in that lane. Does not seem like a road I really want to be on, does it? On a bike lane has reappeared. King Street. If you're wondering, I'm going a trailblazing 15 kilometers per hour. We're setting all kinds of land speed records. This is Spadina. No left turns. No problem. I think bikes and transit and emergency vehicles are exempted from those King Street transit priority corridor rules. So I think I'm going to go right onto Fort York, just up ahead. So we'll battle some hairy traffic just for a few minutes. Right through the red, that guy goes. Kevin thinks he just saw an old lady with a walker pass me. Hey. She must have been moving pretty good. Can't really squeeze by this truck here. That was a very tight squeeze. Hey. Look at all this water. I don't really feel like stopping in it. We'll just wait on this side. Marg H, glad to see me streaming. You missed this. Thank you, Marg H. Thank you very much. John says traffic lights, how did they work? That's a nice bike you got there. It's a bike wash. I guess I could kind of tiptoe over it. Give the wheels a bit of a cool down. Novell cost $5. Splendid to see me out enjoying life again. I don't know if this constitutes enjoying life, but thank you very much. Novell costs, thank you. And thank you to Marg H. And the person whose name I cannot read, or the Japanese yen. I know I often go live on Friday nights from home. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that tomorrow night. don't really have any footage to play for that. All right, here's Fort York Boulevard. We're gonna turn right here. So it should be smooth sailing for a while. If not, directly into the sun. So this is the Fort York neighborhood. Revise the city from within. So now that I've got this e-bike back, I've got some longer range rides planned. So I'll see if I can get one of those recorded next week. And I do prefer live streaming from it over the scooter. All right, Kevin. Good luck with your mission. The Velcoss contributed to the housing decline. Or housing scarcity by renting an Airbnb in this neighborhood. It's got kind of an isolated, master planned community kind of feel to it. I think it's very Vancouverish. I'm not going to hate. Housing is housing. And we have arrived at Bathurst Street. So this impatient jackass honked at the Honda there, but the Honda was just waiting for someone to finish their turn. And Fort York is on the right. And I am underneath a section known as the Bentway. Actually, the first time I took this bike out in a live stream, a guy knocked me off of it at the Garrison Crossing. So this is west on Fort York Boulevard. But maybe we'll pop up to the Garrison Crossing. Margate says hit the like button, folks. And happy belated birthday to Brad Palmer. There's a view of the tower straight ahead. The Velkos would live in City Place, even though it gets a bad rep with some. I think the bad rep is mostly due to the shoddy construction quality. Everyone I know who's lived there has had numerous complaints with things going wrong with their units that really shouldn't be, given the fact that they're not that old. Hey, they were on a tandem bike. That's pretty neat. Lisa says, damn, we need rain. It was supposed to rain this afternoon, actually. There's the view towards the tower. We've got a train rolling through. Looks like maybe a Lakeshore Line GO train. Choo-choo. Gorgeous view. I don't know about that, but I'll say it's pretty good. All right, back. On the bike. I think that might have been Andy Dick, the Toronto version of him. And that appeared to be an Air Canada flight attendant. And this is Wellington Street. And here's Strawn Avenue. Hello, Lindy. Or sorry, Linda. Good evening to Kevin. So on the other side of Strawn here, Wellington becomes Doro Street, and we enter Liberty Village.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's like, it just makes sense.
You want to go out.
Joe's Crayons in the house. And that guy decides to ride on the sidewalk for some reason. I'm supposed to get a big new package tomorrow. It says expected delivery date August 19th on FedEx. But when I check the status as to where it is, it just says shipping label created in California. So I don't know what to make of that. I don't think they're going to be able to pick up the package and bring it to me by end of day tomorrow. But that's what the shipping status says. So what's that all about? You know what? I'm going to turn right here. Let's do it. We have found Shaw Street. This is going to be a nice simple ride. Maybe I'll just take this all the way up to Davenport. Hello, Mike. Cam H is on the left. I see a super young SC is loving. Enjoy the rest of your day. Johnny, thank you so much for the super chat, young SC. It is very much appreciated, especially given how I haven't been streaming over the past few weeks. Somehow my views haven't really dropped that much. I've had a few videos just decide that they were going to do really well, despite my lack of content. We're back to Queen. I'm just going to keep going north up Shaw here. Why not? We're taking it easy. Yarrow says, love the e-bike ride. Thank you. The share bike in front of me is actually an e-bike. Those have been a lot more common over the last month in the city. Apparently they top out at 24 kilometers per hour. So just a little bit over to my right, which is east, you'll find Trinity Bellwoods Park. Oh. Blow past those slowpokes. Here is Trendy Bellwoods on the right. I'm just going to take a quick break for a minute. Sorry guys, I am dying of thirst. What do I have? I have a lime bubbly. I'm going to make quick work of drinking this. One thing I've found is I've just been drinking a ton of fluids while I've been recovering from this. James Smith says, let's see your top speed later. I just did 30 like a minute ago. This thing is limited to 32. Japan TTC Explorer always takes a break after 30 minutes. How long? I don't even know how long we've been going. But I think what I'm going to do is finish downing this, and we're going to ride north all the way up to Midtown. Love this subtle product placement. Janine's World says, looks nice there. It's very hot in Austin. It's over 37. That is pretty hot. Sanjib is asking what the e-bike range is. I haven't really put it to the test. They advertise it as something crazy like 80 miles, I think. It's got that monster battery. I do have a new package on the way, actually, that should be coming tomorrow that might be kind of replacing this. I have a new e-scooter on the way, and then there'll be another new e-bike on the way. Jerry Frankia, sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong. Hope you get better soon. All the best. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for your support. That is hugely appreciated, especially since I haven't been able to get out and do this over the last few weeks. And Mike Landry. Thank you, Mike Landry. Thank you very much for your support, Mike, and for your support in the premiere earlier today for the video which nobody is watching. The Amsterdam Friday night walk. I have 2 more walks from Amsterdam. One of them I recorded as a members video, but I don't think I'm going to upload them to the channel. Maybe I could do that for my Friday night video. I don't know. Dynamics says, how many e-bikes do I have currently? I only have 2 right now. I sold my Rise Fixie, so I have the Movin' Fat Tire, and I have this, and I have a step-through style fat tire e-bike on the way from another company. They're not paying me anything, but they are sending me the bike. And I have a new e-scooter on the way, same deal. And then I might have another e-bike after that. Alexi says, get well soon. You didn't expect me? Have I ever owned a one-wheel? No, they look awesome as hell, actually. I'm not a fan of their right to repair or anti-right to repair warranty practices, but the product itself is awesome. I'm almost done here. We're going to get up in a minute. Oh, you didn't expect I was still recovering? Dynamic says, what a collection. And I'm not even like a bike or scooter channel. I'll have 3 scooters and possibly 4 e-bikes and a regular bike. And I live in a bachelor apartment. And I sold an e-bike just now. It also says, so strange, the Amsterdam videos are less popular. It's not so much that they're less popular in terms of people choosing to watch them. What happens is YouTube doesn't push them as hard. So YouTube is the one who isn't suggesting them as much, so they're not getting the views. It's YouTube's way of punishing me, saying, you dummy, you're supposed to be making Toronto videos. This is kind of what you're known for. So when you do something outside of that, it generally doesn't do as well, even if it's just a different city. Dynamics is looking for an e-bike and scooter yourself, can't stand a TTC anymore. If you get one with fat tires, you won't be able to put it on the bike racks on the TTC. All right, I'm done. I'll put that can in my backpack. So we're gonna keep going north up Shaw Street here, I think. I want to make sure that I still have my wallet on me. I'm still not quite all there. I've been putting things that belong in the fridge back in the cupboard from time to time. Recently put my milk in the cupboard after a bowl of cereal. But I didn't put the box of cereal in the fridge. Although I ordered a Domino's pizza yesterday and the guy went to the wrong building and he's like, I'm standing outside your door, and he read the unit number. I'm like, that's my unit number, but I'm standing outside my door, I don't see you. So I was like, did I put the wrong address into Domino's? And I'm like, no, I have an account on their app. So that guy had a moment. All right, let's... While we have the signal, I'm just gonna check one more thing in my bag. Am I wearing sunblock? No. What kind of pizza did I order? I did my trick. I ordered a 4-topping pan pizza for the same price as a 2-topping pan pizza. There's a way you can manipulate the Domino's app to get it to give you 2 free toppings. So I did that. Maybe I'll make a video on that. It's more of a Johnny Stumbles video. So we are north of Dundas on Shaw Street, which is a one-way street southbound, but I am going north as there's an opposite direction bike lane. This is Harrison Street. Idaho stop. Liz P is here. Channel member Liz P saying hi. Welcome to the stream. Oh, here's a cool guy going no hands. What a little badass. So if you're just tuning in, I started at Grange Park And I eventually found my way down to Fort York Boulevard, and then it was over to the Garrison Crossing. And then I made my way over to Shaw, and we've been going north up Shaw with a brief stop at Trinity Bellwoods. This is on the west side of town, just west of downtown. And we have made it to College Street, right in Little Italy. Son Jib likes some pizza with Coke. So I think I'll save the first walking live stream back for next week. Hopefully I'll have my new toy by then and we can stream from that, as well as this bike with its infinite battery life. So yeah, I think we're gonna go north all the way up to Davenport, and then I'll take that over for a bit. Saw someone riding no hands. Facing backwards. On the left is the Central Toronto Academy. It's amazing how busy the city is right now, but when you go to a street like this, it's relatively peaceful. This is the street that famously has more cyclists on it than motorists. So if you stood here counting everyone who went by you, you'd count more bikes than cars driving. Perhaps that should nudge City Council to say, hey, maybe you should put more of this sort of thing over the city. Oh, we're at 48 minutes. This, I believe, is Harvard Street. Someone mentioned one wheels earlier. There went by a guy on a one wheel. I'm guessing that was an Uber. And we are at Bloor Street. Sunjib says, can I go to Spadina? Not a future one. So in terms of major streets, there will be DuPont, and then just north of that, we will be at Davenport. This guy in front of me didn't even slow down for the stop sign. As fantastic as Amsterdam was to ride a bike around, I don't think they had anything this pleasant covering this kind of distance. I'm probably completely wrong on that, at least not that I experienced. I'm wondering if I should tackle the big hill at Poplar Plains. Oh, look at that house. We've made it to DuPont. TIJS says I'm completely wrong. Does a Greek Canadian live in that house? Probably, Esargots. Hey, you're welcome for that Josh Donaldson walk-off grand slam. Much needed kick in the pants for our franchise on a pretty good downhill run. I watched that Manti Te'o Netflix documentary. What a fascinating story of getting catfished and almost throwing away your career because of it. Even if you're not much of a sports person, it's a fascinating story. It's a 2-part documentary you'll find on Netflix. I highly recommend it. So just up north is Davenport. I'm going to be turning right. So it'll be a much busier street than this, at least. Davenport was an old east-west route across the trail, or across the city. It was more of a trail. And there's even an old toll keeper's cottage on it. You used to have to pay a fee to keep moving. That's right at Bathurst. So we are at the end of Shaw. And we're going to turn right. So now it's east on Davenport. Currently going 25 kilometers per hour. I don't know if you can see the speed. And we're at Christie Street. Vivian Johnson, nice of you to show up. Our CEO has made the stream. What was this? Couldn't tell if that was glass or not. And here's Bathurst Street. Thank you for the update, all 247 of you watching. Marie Palmer, he might. There's not much time left. I really wasn't sure how this one was going to go. I know I made a few videos on my e-scooter earlier, but it just didn't quite feel all there. Gotta make sure that guy saw me. Always makes you pause when you see cars out too far like that. Hey, I, for a very brief period of time, lived in one of these houses on the left here. When I moved back to Canada from Korea for the first time, I had friends who were renting a level in one of those houses, and they had a spare room and they put me up. So just to the left of here is Castle Loma. That's probably why there's a big crowd of tourists walking around. And here's Spadina. Eunice asking if I'm excited about Zellers. Oh, Brad got home. Hello, Brad. You mean Hudson's Bay rebranding part of their dying department stores as Zellers? It's worth trying. They can't do any worse than Target did.
No, this is the first.
Hello from Bombay, India. We're going to keep with the bike lane here. Oh, we're getting a stop sign. Bit of a construction mess through here. Okay, I'm gonna go right, actually. I had a thought to go left. Hello, Brad Palmer. Happy belated birthday. Cool bike out. What is going on? What are people doing? Brad, $8. Thank you so much. That's appreciated. I'm not quite ready to convert that into IPAs. Thank you, Brad. I got a lot of dust and shit blowing in my eyes. This is Bedford Road. So turning right here will take you down through the annex. At all costs. That bike looked like something Ken would ride. Could he ride it for 3 hours though? Man, he set the bar pretty high on a 3-hour live stream yesterday. I don't think that's something I'll be able to live up to. And this is Avenue Road coming up. Thank you, Vivian. Richard says, London, England calling. Good day for a bike ride, indeed. So Bay Street is coming up. My watch, flipped around. So this is the north end of Bay. Hello, John Burke. It's a very long light. Michelle Gray is here. And I'm just gonna walk my bike across the street here. We're gonna turn left and go north onto Yonge. Or you know what? There's a left turning lane where you can just sit in as well. This bike does have turn signals. Hello, John. Says, hi, welcome on the bike today. Someone on one of those unicycles. Those things must have a hell of a suspension. Because what do you do when you hit a giant pothole on them? Hey, advanced screen for me. Yay. And it's north up Yonge Street. You probably could have guessed it, I'm going to be making my way back up to Midtown. Rosedale Station on the right. So apparently just north of here, John Tory was going in and out of businesses the other day. One of my friends ended up in a picture that was tweeted on his account, and some of the comments were hilarious. Probably not in a good way if you're him. Oh. All right, Lisa, have a good one. Hank asking the real questions. Am I going to the C&E tomorrow? No. I think it'll be a pretty big zoo. I would like to go at some point. It's bad news for filming though. It's just copyright music being blasted the whole time. Which means you risk your video being taken down, possibly hit with a copyright strike, or demonetized. Wonder if Ken or Lizzo will go there and live stream. One thing I always do at the X is play the guess your age or weight game. They've never been within 8 years of guessing my age. It's a guaranteed prize. Although the prize is still not worth as much as I paid to play the game, so it's still kind of a ripoff. This is Yonge and St. Clair coming up. I'm debating, do I want to stop at Subway on the way home or go with leftover Domino's for dinner? What a dilemma. This is Yonge and St. Clair. All right, apparently I missed Gaby making a departure. Marie Palmer votes for leftover Domino's. Zerker says can't go wrong either way. The problem with the leftover Domino's is my lunch was also leftover Domino's. Pleasant Cemetery is just in on the right here. So again, I don't know what I'm going to do about streaming tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream from home. Maybe I'll do it from outside. Maybe that FedEx delivery will come and I'll be too preoccupied. Either way, we'll figure something out. Here's Merton Street. We're almost at Yonge and Davisville. Lovely stretch of bike lanes here. It is. It's hard to believe there were people opposed to them. Very selfish, short-sighted people, no doubt. There's a guy on a similar e-bike. And we are at Yonge and Davisville, where this glorious bike lane will disappear. That's okay, I'm just a few minutes from home. Ooh, something smells really good. Okay. I mean, that car is not supposed to have right away there, but also the lane on the right was closed. So I can see why they tried turning. The old me would have been giving them shit. That's how you know I'm not quite fully back. All right, Andy Wood. Have a good one. So we are approaching Yonge and Eglinton. Which reduces down to just one lane here. Stephen Lund said the streets are rubbish free. I should have seen the crazy drivers on your e-bike. You're welcome, Vivian. Thanks for joining in. Sorry you missed the first part. I'll have to speak to the folks at YouTube to get those notifications out a little better. Are we gonna make the light? Are we gonna make the light? No, we're not. No, we're not. Welcome to hell. I mean, Yonge and Eglinton. You can't turn, you stupid driver in the white car. Hello, Oscar and Trang. This is Pothole City. Will it ever be finished? Probably not. Yeah, Chris, I haven't really fully tested it yet. But early indications are, yeah, the range is pretty insane. Lauren on the same page. Where does the bike lane start on Yonge? It starts, okay. What are you doing, you? Stupid. It starts just south of Bloor and it ends just north of Davisville. There's something kind of neat just up here that I'm not sure if it's fully open and accessible yet. It doesn't look like it, but there's a public park, like space going in with a bunch of racket courts. John says there are so many bad drivers. Welcome to Toronto. There are bad cyclists here too. The police would rather target the cyclists for some reason. Who needs traffic enforcement? So it looks like it is open. How do you enter it? Is that that? Well, I wanted to turn left here and there's a no left turn sign. Well, that works. I want to see how to get into that area that opened up where the Best Buy used to be. I think it's through here. So I think they're setting all the nets up. But this is being turned into a big public space, and I think it's actually free to play. Some people playing over there. Sanjay says Best Buy became a park. I'm guessing they're still fixing it up. But on that note, I think I'm gonna sign off from this one. Sorry, it's been over 3 weeks since I've done a live stream around Toronto, and 2 weeks since I've done an outdoor live stream, period. But I think we'll start to see more of these, and I'll try to do a few more next week. I don't know what the deal is tomorrow night yet. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't and wish to see more. Thanks to those who sent their support. Thanks to our Patreon supporters, channel members. Thanks to our moderators for all your great work. And just for everyone for tuning in. I'm going to go home, take a shower, and reheat some pizza. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Yoink.